tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscriptions. Thanks for the comments. Vinyl Richie, thanks for the comment, bro.
Thank you, Vinyl Richie.
Yeah, Vinyl Richie used to be from, I think from the neighborhood, because every time we show something from like, when we showed the OC record show, he says that's the only record show he's been to.
Oh, wow. And
then I think he lived in either, well, I don't want to say where he lives because we shouldn't do stuff like that. And he says that he knows Levels in Whittier.
Okay.
He used to go there to Levels. So anyways, shout out to Vinyl Richie, one of the pillars in the vinyl community.
Where does he live? Where's he?
I think he's in the Midwest somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Sorry, Richie, if I got that wrong. But he ain't over here in California anymore. And speaking of that, let's do this vinyl moment. All right, I do a vinyl moment on every episode. Well, almost every episode.
Yeah.
This was all Gracie's idea. She's like, your vinyl collection is huge. Why don't you just start showing some of it off? You know, a little show and tell.
Because I was running out of collectibles.
She's running out of collectibles, and I was gaining more and more and more vinyl. She's like, just, start doing a vinyl segment.
Yeah.
And now she hates it. She hates it. She regrets it so much.
I hate it.
She's like, God, so boring, you and your frickin' vinyl. Well, guess what? Here comes more vinyl. Vinyl moment is right here. People are still talking about that MoFi scandal, the Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs scandal. The fact that they're a company that advertises themselves as being all analog, but it's found out that they are using a digital source to do their records. We're talking very expensive records, okay? Like $100, all right?
Wow.
The Michael Jackson Thriller that's coming out in November, that's a $100 record that's going to be, comes in a nice box, but it's not because it comes in a nice box why they're pricing it that way. It's because the way it's done. And if it's not being done the way they say it is, well, not cool. I still think their records sound amazing. I didn't cancel my Michael Jackson Thriller. I'm still getting it.
You paid $100 for it?
I paid $100 for it. And but I know they did get a lot of cancellations. Maybe they'll give me some money back or something. Maybe they'll give customers some credit. Because here's the thing, like the record I'm buying, the Michael Jackson, it's a one-step, okay, which is basically a much more painstaking process, analog process. But when the Santana Abraxas version came out of that, it sold out right away. So the people on the second market who were buying it were paying like 3-4 times the price, the original price. Now, to find out later that it's not what they said it was, that's what kind of bothers me. It's like, damn. It's like you're buying a Mickey Mantle, baseball card or something that's taken from the original plate or something like that. And then you find out later on that it's like a copy, like a printer or something. I'm just making the comparison. But anyways, that's MoFi Gate. I feel bad for the company, but their records still sound great. To prove it, here's some that I bought this weekend. They're going down in price, all right? So that's a good thing.
Because of that scandal, everything.
I think so. Yeah, people are selling them for less. They're not going for the same price. But anyways, here's this masterpiece, Gracie. This is Love.
By who?
By Love. The band Love. The album is Forever Changes. This is their third album, 1968, I believe. I could be wrong. Love's third album. This band is pretty awesome. I discovered them a few years ago. I have a really crappy copy of their first album, Da Capo. I mean, it's thrashed. I found it in a thrift store. The album still plays well, so I still listen to it. And I thought, I'm going to get me a MoFi version of this. So this is Forever Changes, their third album on Mobile Fidelity. Check out this cool gatefold. There's the band, Arthur Lee and Company. This album's great. God, I heard it. I listened to it twice this weekend, almost back to back. This is a 45 RPM release, so there's 2 of these. You got to play them, a little faster. I don't know if there's any songs on here you would recognize. This one right here, "Alone Again," is covered by a lot of people, actually. Most notably, probably by The Damned. They do a version of this.
I have no idea who they are either.
And they were at Cruel World Festival this summer, which you go watch the Cruel World Festival video that we did on this channel, all right? I got the link right there in the description. Check out, The Damned was there, and they played that song. Anyways, psychedelic rock mixed with like orchestral pop. There's parts of this album that sound a little bit like Herb Alpert.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's horns, but it's definitely psychedelic and very soulful. There's nothing like it. Love, my new addiction. All right? Gracie's like, I get no love on this channel. Well, there it is. All right. And the other one I bought, Gracie, was Weezer. All right, the Blue album. Mobile Fidelity's release on that, on a limited edition blue vinyl. Okay, I didn't know that MoFi made colored vinyl. I'm always hearing that colored vinyl doesn't sound as good as, the black one or the clear one.
Oh, really?
But they made a blue one. Let me show this gatefold here real quick. Weezer, blue album, released in 94. Am I wrong about that? 94? 93 or 94? Correct me, guys. Correct me, Vinyl Richie, if you're watching. Blue vinyl, but it's translucent. It's like translucent vinyl.
Yeah, it's the color of my hair.
It's the color of Gracie's hair. All right, we'll get a nice color shot of that to put up right there. I played these albums all weekend, excuse me. They sound great. I still, these are still some of the best sounding records. This is limited edition. I've got number 11,274. I believe they made 20 or 15 of these. Anyhow, I noticed this label right here, Gain 2, okay? It's like their analog machine. This is the machine that makes it all kind of happen. I'd like to know more about that machine. Gain 2 analog. The Gain 2 Ultra Analog System. See, that's what I want to know. What the hell is that? Ultra analog, and if you guys are doing digital stuff, well, what the hell does that mean? Anyhow, there's my little vinyl moment, my 2 new records, my 2 new MoFi records. I think I have like 7 now, 7 MoFis, including the Michael Jackson one that's coming up in November. And I will unbox that here. And I'm going to unbox something else, Gracie. Remember last week when I showed a couple of Warped records?
Yeah.
Yeah? What were the records I showed?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
It was Steppin' Out by Joe Jackson. I found a really cool copy for $5, and when I opened it, I mean, it looked mint, all right? I didn't see any scratches. I'm like, I'm buying it, $5. Played it, it has a warp on it. It has a warp right at the beginning. Now, the rest of the album plays just fine, Steppin' Out plays just great. But the first song, it skips. That's Night and Day by Joe Jackson. And then, from Acoustic Sounds, I got one of their used records. And it was a copy of Why Can't We Be Friends by War. All right? Mint. It was, advertised as, not mint, NM, near mint, okay? So you pull it out, and yeah, it looks great. I put it on, and it's warped. The first song is warped. The rest of the album plays great, but except the first song. So what did I do, Grace? Check it out.
You bought a machine that helps warp.
I bought this thing. The vinyl flat. All right. I've seen this thing before.
What does it do? You put the record in between it, and it makes it.
And it fixes warps. Check it out.
And how much you pay for that?
Oh man, who cares? Here's the thing.
It might have been cheaper to buy another album.
Sure it would have, but then I would have had another album, and I would have had one that didn't work. And if I'm gonna be collecting for a long time, this is a good investment. All right, I'm gonna take that near mint record with the warp that is now kind of useless, and I'm gonna make it near mint again.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Boy.
So there's the vinyl flat along with this little pouch that it comes in, and we're gonna kind of sign off right now and show you this video of this thing in action. Let's do this. All right, guys, there's the video. There's the result. Okay, Looks like the vinyl flat is a success. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
It sounds really good.
It sounds great. It took the warp right off. That is definitely a cool investment if you're a collector and you've got a record that is still playable, except, you know, for that little warp. Because I'm telling you, these albums were near mint condition. No scratches, nothing. They probably got warped in packaging, or maybe they were left out in the sun or something, and it just got that little tiny warp on the edge. But now they're bent. They're perfect. I mean, check it out. I could play it.
It's going to be nice. So now you can buy cheaper albums or LBs, because if it's messed up, you know it's a little bit warped, and get it for cheaper, because you know you can fix it.
There you go.
So that's going to be a really good investment. You can say, oh, look at this is warped. And then instead of going saying, hey, it's $10, okay, then I'll give it to you for $5. And you'll be, okay, I'll take it for $5, because you know you can come home and fix it.
Bingo. So there it is, folks. Success. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenn the Baker.
And I'm Gracie the Comedian.
Check out the show next week.
That's right. Until next week.